Now I'm going to go over part five here, and there's a good number of them. Hidden gems for online book marketing. Like I said, with this class, I didn't want to say, okay, this is how we set up a Facebook page. You could either you already know that, or you could Google it very quickly. I wanted to share some of the things that I've developed that I've found by being creative and expanding book marketing um, to places that normal marketing goes these days, where I don't see a lot of authors doing these things. So this is what's been effective for me. Um, Develop your elevator commercial. We touched on that before. An elevator commercial is basically if you were stuck in an elevator with someone and you had three floors to go, and they said, "Oh, you write books? What do you write?" You don't have 20 minutes to explain it to them. You have your 400-page book, and it has to be summarized in a page or a paragraph or even one or two sentences. The one or two sentences is going to be your elevator commercial. So you want to have this where you could say it, you internalize it, make every word count, grab the reader with those two or three sentences, build interest, intrigue, mystery, danger, suspense, show the humanity in your book, ask a question that they're begging to have answered. You really want to grab them and put some time into your elevator commercial. It's going to be your book's unique pitch, why your book is different, why it's better than all the other books out there. I mean, as an author, if you're just regurgitating something that's already in the 7 million other books that are out there, but you just want to see your name on it, don't even bother. If you're adding a line to the eternal conversation, as I call it, if you have a unique story, if you have something fresh, a different perspective, a different angle, something you're adding, that's why you want to write a book. And so show why your book or why you as an author are unique. Couple notes on building your website. Don't, in my opinion, unless you're made of money, don't drop a ton of money into this. Don't drop a ton of time. I've seen so many expensive custom websites that just don't look good, or they're so complicated no one could use them, or it takes forever. So I actually have used a few different platforms, but I found Weebly.com, and you build it yourself. It's not rocket science, but it is time consuming. But it comes out really nice, and it's a lot of plug and play tools, and it's not expensive. Or I think there's even a free version or like a $10 a month version. But you could really easily, just with some time and know-how, get a very, very good author website going. I say put everything in the same place. My pet peeve is when a person has a blog over here on WordPress, and then they have a website over here, and then they have you want, think of it from the reader experience. If they go to a blog and they read it and they like it, you want to make it very easy for them to take the next step. There has to be a call to action. There has to be, hey, here's something for free. Here's a link. Here's some pictures to check out. Here's where you could buy the book. Um, every time you make it difficult for them, you give another button that they have to press or another website they have to go to, you're going to lose, 90% of the people that are there. So put everything in the same place. And something like Weebly, or there's a couple of them, other ones out there will help you do that. Um, have that blog on your website, a direct purchase link through PayPal, your author page, maybe a video about the book, definitely photos, the book cover, all that fun stuff. And if, once I send this out, the PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to have clickable links so you could see some of the stuff that I've set up or I've used, or how my different marketing and my sites look. Again, images sell. They get shared. When you look at text, you automatically, your mind says, do I want to read this or not? It's a conscious choice. You're walking into that store and the salesperson's coming up to you and saying, can I help you? So you have the choice to say no. When you see an image, your mind has no choice. You take that in, even if it's a quick scan. And so with images, it really, really helps engage people. They basically think of it as you're telling a story in one frame. When you put images out there, and I'll talk more about or help you with what to put out there, but you could stamp your photos. So you could put your, small, subtle, you could put your book name, your website, or your Twitter account, or something like that on the image. There's ways to do that with PowerPoint, I use a lot. or free software to stamp your images. So no matter where that image ends up, and hopefully it's yours, don't steal someone else's, but no matter where it ends up, it's going to carry your brand and your contact information with it. This is a really big one that I don't do enough of at all, but a lot of people have had success with this. Don't only write your own blog and host your own commentary on Twitter and what have you, but join discussion groups, and comment on other blogs about the topics that are in your book. So again, if I wrote a book about moving to Costa Rica, maybe I would go on travel blogs and Costa Rica sites and vacation sites and deep sea fishing sites and surfing sites, and I could just don't be salesy, don't just post your link and say buy my book, because that's the easiest way to turn people off. But start talking to people, offer something helpful, get to know them a little. Eventually it'll come out, oh, I lived there for a year, oh yeah, that's cool, oh you should check this out, you might like this passage or this photo, check it out, and eventually you'll get those connections and sell books. But instead of focusing on bringing your target market to you, you're basically going to where your target market hangs out. um, it's engaging them on neutral turf, which is a lot easier to build, a genuine relationship and a friendship, and sell books in the long run, once you earn their trust. The next thing is definitely offer something for free. People love free stuff, love it, love it. Now, what I did with on my website, which was easy to do, was I set up the first 3 or 4 chapters of the book, and I put it on a PDF with a few pictures, and I set it up as a downloadable, a clickable PDF on my website. I didn't, and this I really believe in. I didn't ask for contact info. They didn't have to register. They didn't have to do anything. Anyone could go on there and get it for free. Why did I do that? Well, it doesn't cost me any money, right? And if I get 10 people clicking on it and getting the information, maybe 4 of them will read it, and maybe 2 will actually go, oh, this is sort of cool, and buy the book, right? The second you say, well, I'm trying to get your email and definitely not your credit card, or, a commitment to buy, or I'm going to follow up with you and try to talk you into buying, that turns people off. So don't be afraid to put your baby out there in the world with no strings attached, and believe that it will find its target market. And if not, if they don't want it, then they're not going to want it anyways, right? But it's sort of like a test drive or a teaser of your information. Also, with free book giveaways, there you could raffle things off on Facebook, a Starbucks card, this or that, um, just to get likes or get people engaged or talking. And on a bigger scale, Amazon.com and Kindle Direct has some really cool ways to do a free ebook giveaway. And it's very strange, the book industry, that you try to ultimately make money by giving stuff away for free, but it's really that competitive that you just want people to read it. You want your name out there first, and then the money or the sales will come. But you can't make a bunch of money without your name out there. Um, and when you have those giveaways, your free ebook giveaways, for a day or 2 days or something. If you do it right, I mean, you might get, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 people downloading and reading your books, and they're going to be writing reviews, good or bad. And believe me, the people who like free stuff sometimes write bad reviews, but they'll be talking about it, sharing it via social media. It'll just create some energy. Collect reader photos. This is something I did that is pretty unique. I haven't seen anyone do it, and I'm so thrilled that I did. I would say, especially with the first book, I was having so much fun with it. I was saying, hey, do me a favor, you got the book. I'm so excited. Take a cool picture with it, whatever you want. And we had so much fun. I mean, there was just crazy, wild pictures, real creative, really, some of them I couldn't post, but some just amazing pictures of readers with the book. And those were little marketing pieces. I could, again, a picture tells its own story. And so more than a text review, hey, I really liked the book, it was great, blah blah blah. No one cares, no one wants to read text. But to have an image of someone holding the book, smiling, having fun, and then you stamp it, this is the book, this is the website. Those I shared all over Facebook and social media, and I still use those marketing tools today. um, and here's, for those of you who have the PowerPoint in front of you, you could see the screen. It's just, I have hundreds of them, but this is just a small little sample the reader photos or infographics or fun marketing things I did with images. Um, that is a duplicate. Okay. Also with feedback, when you got to celebrate all victories when you're writing a book. Every time someone says, "Hey, I liked it. I laughed out loud. Good job. This is great. I'm proud of you. You know, I bought it and I can't wait to read it." What I do is I take a screenshot, and that's a little thing. We could go over it later, but you basically click and you could take a little short image of whatever's on your screen. So whenever someone says something cool about the book on Facebook or on get a tweet or this and that, the best way for me to record it and keep it for posterity is to do a little screenshot, so then it's an image, and I keep them in a folder. And if I ever need encouragement, if I want to remember why the heck I'm in this crazy business, if I want to laugh, if I want to share them as marketing tools, I have all these little screenshots of reviews, feedback, comments people made, and it's definitely a fun way to remember those and use them. One other thing with these social media messages, you don't want to be a slave to your computer, to your cell phone, to your Facebook, this and that. So there are websites like Hootsuite, like Social Sprout, where you could pre-schedule your social media messages. And I do this for my clients. I do this for my own. I should do it more for my own. But so you could set up, hey, I have this great new post. Let me put it on 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and then tomorrow as well. And so you're not logging on and actually physically posting it to every single account every single time. That would take forever. So you could simultaneously put it out in Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever you want.